Time now for your forewarned weather with Chief Meteorologist Alana Brophy.
Okay, Alana, wind and wet weather. That's what it seems like we're talking about here tonight.
Yeah, we were coming off of an above average weekend, Sarah, where we had some warmth, but that could be the last time the Wasatch Front sees the 80s for a little while. It's been a moody Monday with the changes. Scott Taylor catching this in Salt Lake County. The sun trying to break through those clouds over the Oakers, but that really just set the tone for the type of day we were going to see. Live view from Logan right now. This is the Taggart Student Center, and we've watched as the winds continue to jostle the camera around. We are starting to see the winds relaxing in portions of the state, but the wet weather is now filling in. Forewarned radar showing us northern Utah, where we can actually into central Utah. Utah County has seen some wet weather. Wasatch County in that boat as well. We've got moisture in the west desert, but that has made a few showers popping up in places like Salt Lake and Tooele County, and that's what we see tonight. Also, the Ogden Valley getting a little bit of wet weather as we watch as it comes over the lake. Cache Valley has seen a few drops as well. This is going to fill in as our approaching cold front moves through the state. We look towards Heber, Spanish Fork, and you can see that live update there. We know that this system and the front associated with it is coming from the west. It's a broad area of low pressure. It enhanced the southerly flow ahead of it, and then that deeper moisture filling in. Satellite shows us the last few hours, and you can see exactly the push as to where we saw storm development. Well, southern Utah in a dry slot when it comes to the progression of this storm. And we know the winds were the big headline today. While not everybody was seeing moisture, we did consistently deal with winds. Kearns actually recording some wind damage. A dead tree in Kearns blew over, hit 3 cars. Thanks to Unified Police for sharing that photo there. Unfortunately, those winds can wreak havoc. And we know wind gusts in the Kearns area were right around 40 miles per hour. So we have to be careful ahead of these storm systems. We'll be breezy heading into tomorrow, but the winds won't be as bad. Notice as those numbers have dipped, holding on to a little bit of wind on the southeastern corner of the state. Gorgeous shot, but unsettled as we take that view from Bear Lake. Carol Dyer showing us the beginning of the fall colors ahead of the change of the season. I love the Caribbean of the Rockies. I can't get enough. So I hope that we're going to have a nice long season here where we can enjoy those colors. 85 for the high today in Salt Lake. 81's our average, so we were above that. But I hope you enjoyed it because those changes are brewing and knocking on the door. Upper 80s in Moab, upper 80s in St. George. They did not hit 90 today, and even cooler temperatures are on deck as we head into tomorrow. A drastic drop on the way. Chance of showers or thunderstorms as we get through the overnight nocturnal activity with those active skies holding on. 60s will turn into 50s pretty quickly. Here we are at 4 a.m. with that wet weather potential, and by the morning commute, a soggy start for some. And so as we head out along the Wasatch Front, forewarning you now that you should be prepared for some wet weather and those temperatures in the 50s. Precipitation potential favors northern Utah, the Wasatch back north of I-80, but the chance of wet weather extends all the way down to Grand Staircase and includes the eastern side of the state. It's a general thunderstorm threat for northern and eastern Utah for our Tuesday. Futurecast kind of walks us through the progression of this moisture. So the front comes first, and then the core of that low will track through Utah Tuesday and then lift to the northeast. Models picking up on a few showers by midnight. We may get a break in the action, but that cold front's going to come through. Now, this model wants to set it up over past the Wasatch Front, but it will be over the Wasatch Front. We do have wet weather on deck, and we know that we'll see some scattered storms as we head into the afternoon as this system will lift to the northeast and exit. It leaves behind, well, a wake of cold air, below average temperatures for the Wasatch Front, not just Tuesday, but through the work week. And it's not just the Wasatch Front. Southern Utah will see that same trend as that cooler air takes over statewide. We'll get a lull in the moisture. And now the newest model runs are kind of focusing in on our next round of wet weather. Snow potential above 9,000 feet. You know I don't like to say the S word in the early season, right? We love the moisture. We'll take it on the mountains above 9,000 feet for the Uintas and possibly portions of northern Utah mountains, including the Wasatch. Wet weather potential is low, but it doesn't go away this week. It will stick around, especially late week, and here's why. Our storm system tomorrow comes through, keeps us unsettled, lifts. We're going to watch a weakening low off the coast for the midweek. Could take its time, but as we head into Thursday, it looks like now with the latest run that it will be Friday that we get the potential of a little more wet weather. So that's why we're going to be unsettled. We stay on the cool side. It's going to be a struggle to get to 70 tomorrow. A lot of 60s with storms and showers expected. 78 in St. George. I didn't stutter. That's the fall feeling. It's coming. Change of season is actually this weekend. As we look at St. George, the isolated storms focus on Friday. We've got fall kicking off on Sunday. Here's the Wasatch Front. Thunderstorms, a slight chance Wednesday and Thursday. Latest model runs now narrowing in on Friday for the potential of scattered showers. Temps in the 70s. Sarah, over to you.